guys, it's Cassie, and today I'm going to be going through the 5 things you need to know before buying your first Chanel bag, okay? Chanel can be quite an interesting little beast to get used to, you know? So these are 5 things that I think you should definitely think about, consider, or know before you decide to hand over your hard-earned money. And even if it isn't yours and it's somebody else's, you know, spend wisely. I have got lots of eye candy for you today so that I can really demonstrate what I'm going to be covering in these 5 things. But starting off with number 1, the first thing you need to know are the styles, okay? So, Chanel has 5 core styles, okay? And these are the classics, okay? These are the ones that they release every single season in different variations and stuff like that, okay? They are part of the, isn't the roster? I don't know. I was trying to make an NFL reference. I've only seen one game. But anyway, these are like the core part of Chanel, okay? Now, I'm going to go into a tiny bit of detail with each one, and if I've got any to demonstrate, I will. So, first of all, you've got the classic flap, okay? This is the maxi, this is the biggest size, but this is the one that you think of Chanel, you think of classic flap, all right? You've got that little Chanel CC lock, comes in a lot of sizes, which we'll be covering, and you've got that fabulous leather woven chain, okay? Then you've got the boy bag. Now, the boy bag has that very kind of square structured shape. You've got a kind of trim around the edge with a different kind of lock happening. It's a squeeze instead of a twist. And then you can get it chevron with the lines, or you can get it quilted as well. Then you have the 19. The 19 is the newest addition to the Chanel Classics family. It comes in a few sizes, a little bit more of a relaxed look here. You've got that chain top handle, you've got the mixed metals chain, and it's also got the little leather section there on the top of the chain as well. Again, a little bit of a turn situation here, and the CC is in chains as well. Okay, very chainy vibes. Then you have the Gabrielle. The Gabrielle is a kind of take on a hobo bag situation, kind of a little bit of this going on with a zip across the top. Again, comes in a few sizes and of course different variations because they're one of the classics. Then you have the 2.55 / reissue. This is a seasonal variation of the bag, but you get the idea, okay? This, you have the Mademoiselle lock. It's a little bit more of a low-key situation. It's a little bit more of if you know, you know kind of thing, but you do have the signature quilting as well. Now, I did also want to give a little honorary shout out to the wallet on chain. Not technically part of the core 5, because it's not technically a bag, it lives in the small leather goods SLG section, okay? But they do the wallets on chain in the same variations as the classics, okay? So you can get a classic wallet on chain, a boy wallet on chain, a 19 wallet on chain. Definitely worth a mention, lower price point, and you still get those timeless vibes, the aspects of these bags that you may like, just on a little bit of a smaller scale, and obviously a little bit cheaper. Now, the other styles of bags that we have are the seasonal styles. These are styles that come out for one collection and then they're gone, kind of thing. You do have some seasonal bags that keep coming in and keep dropping, something like the trendy CC or a Chanel Dovie bag kind of thing. They will keep cropping up, but they're not part of the classic core 5, you know? Seasonal bags tend to be in seasonal colours, seasonal fabrics, okay? So not just your lambskin, your goatskin and all of that kind of business. You're going to see more fabrics, more tweed. They do also tend to be quite a bit cheaper than the classics. Why would you go for a seasonal bag over a classic? So if you go for a seasonal bag, something like this, you're not going to be here for the resale value, okay? Part of the fact that Chanel really holds its value is because it has these core, you know, 5 pieces. Now, outside of that, exactly, you're not going to be here for the resale value, but you are going to be here for a little bit more unique, a little bit more rare pieces that, you know, are off the beaten track, aren't the usual Chanel suspects, okay? So keep that in mind if that's something that's important to you. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Cassie. I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Okay, so the second thing that you need to know, need to consider before you buy your first Chanel bag are the leathers / fabrics, okay? There are 2 main leathers within Chanel, and then there are loads of other like seasonal ones or ones that are for specific styles and stuff like that, okay? So I'm going to do my best to cover them, but this is in no way exhaustive. The most controversial, which is your lambskin. I borrowed some pieces from my mum's collection here, and she's had these for years, so you can really kind of see the genuine wear and tear over time, okay, which I think is really important to see, because obviously you're not just going to be having these bags for a year and sayonara, you know, you want to see what they look like in years to come. Okay, so lambskin. Lambskin is this, okay, she's soft, she's smooth, it is that very classic Chanel look. However, lambskin is also definitely not the most hard wearing, okay? She can show scratches very easily. If you have a colour or a lighter colour and it stains, you are in for, that is, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. So this is a mini rectangle in this beautiful, beautiful cobalt, and the hardware is actually like a gold. We love that. Anyway, you can kind of see the scuffing on the corners over time. You can also see the rubbing on the back as it's just, you know, rubbed with wear against clothing and everything like that, right? So keep these things in mind. I don't have like a caviar one to compare it to, you know, that's been around the same length of time. I'm sure there will still be wear, just it won't be as obvious. The thing with Chanel fabrics is it's a balance of what you're aesthetically attracted to, because some people just like lambskin and that's fine and don't like the look of caviar, and also how hard wearing you need it to be / your lifestyle. If you're out here and you baby your bags generally, then you're probably going to be fine with lambskin. But if you don't and you need something hard wearing and a little bit more careless, me, then you probably want to go down the caviar route. So let's talk about caviar. Apologies, I don't have the best example of caviar leather here, but she will have to do. Caviar leather, also not technically a bag. Caviar leather is this grained leather which looks like caviar, hence the name. And she tends to be more hard wearing. She doesn't show scratches very easily. You really don't have to worry so much about things like that. It has a little bit more of a different effect. You know, it's got a very distinctive finish. Now, the other leather that I do want to talk about is aged lambskin. This tends to be used for the reissues, the 2.55, and is meant to look vintage, okay? So it's a little bit more dull. Then you have patent leather. Again, pops up every now and again on seasonal pieces. You know, you're either into patent leather or you're not, I feel like. You know, there's something a little bit BDSM-y about this. I don't know if you're getting that vibe. I kind of am. Other fabrics that are used are metallics, okay? Again, seasonally. Metallics do tend to kind of dull over time or kind of rub off in certain areas. Velvets also come out. Tweed and kind of jersey fabric, again, on seasonal pieces tends to come out, but again, it's fabric, right? The stains and all of that, do you want to risk it? On top of that, the vibe. Are you here for the more of a fabric vibe or, you know, something like that? So again, it's that balance of hard wearing and your lifestyle and just what you like the look of. Item number 3 that must be discussed, that you need to know about before buying your first Chanel, are the price increases. You literally cannot talk about Chanel in 2020 and 2021 and not have the topic of price increases come up, all right? Usually, there have been price increases twice a year, and the price increases tend to be on those core 5 styles, on those classics, right? Seasonally, your like seasonal variations, very rarely, those that kind of are repeated seasonal suspects, those tend to have, again, little increases here and there, but nothing as much as the classic styles, okay? Those are the ones that are really, really feeling the brunt of the price increases there. So, sadly, if you want to jump on the Chanel train, I would highly suggest that you do so sooner rather than later. Price increases do affect different countries, different percentages. But now, as terrible as price increases are, that is partly why Chanel bags keep their value. Because if you buy a classic piece a year ago, it's already gone up in price 1 year later, you know? And that's just, I've got a good example for you here. By the way, minis in the classic flap style are technically not part of the classic flaps. I know this is very complicated. The classic sizes are the small, medium, Jumbo and Maxi. The mini is technically seasonal, okay? Keep that in mind. I don't know. But this was bought in 2014 for £1,500. This bag is £3,200 now. Do your research, have a look, and move quickly if you can. Fourth thing that you need to know before buying your first Chanel bag are the sizes, okay? Different styles have a different range of sizes. The style that has the biggest size range is the classic flap, okay? This is the Maxi. This, I don't know why this isn't looking that big on camera. This thing is huge, okay? And all of that contributes to not only the size, but the weight, okay? And I know that sometimes, I don't know about you, I know that sometimes when I've looked at bags and there's not been a crazy price difference between sizes, one's mind can go, I'll just get the bigger one there because it's better value for money. Don't do that, all right? This is a heavy bag. Right, I'm going to demonstrate the sizes that I do have here just so that you can have an idea. Within these Chanel 19 bags, you have got 3 sizes, 2 of which I have here. So this is the small, or basically the one that doesn't have any size next to it on the website. It's just a Chanel 19 bag. Brilliant. This is the smallest size. And then this is the large 19 size, and then you have one size bigger than this, which is the Maxi. I know that it's not that easy, especially like in the times we're living in, and also just based on where you live, but I would highly suggest going in and trying on the different sizes, because online and things like that can be a little bit deceiving and everybody's got different bodies. And the fifth thing that I need you to consider that is not talked about enough are the straps, okay? The strap lengths can vary quite a lot between the styles. And obviously, depending on the length of your torso or your height or whatever, it's gonna hit you at different points. Now, again, I'm gonna quickly demonstrate with the pieces that I do have around me, just so that you can see. But also, aside from the lengths, it's also about the look of the strap, okay? So once again, we have the Chanel 19 strap, which has mixed metals, in case that's something you like, and it's got this leather section here to protect, you know, rubbing on the shoulder. Then in the classic flap, you've got the woven strap, but this doesn't have like a leather strap or anything. It tends not to really eat into you. However, if you're out here, you're gonna get the Maxi. That is going to dig into your shoulder, that is going to dig into everything. So keep that in mind, especially if you're going to feel that, because she is a beast. Seasonal pieces. This one has a chain and a leather strap. This is very similar to the Chanel boy bag, which has a similar setup, okay? Just a bit more of a chunkier situation. In the reissue, you have this chain strap, which is different and, as I said, a little bit more low-key. And then in this seasonal piece, you've got half leather, half chain strap. These are all things to consider. I really hope this was helpful. I hope it helped you make your decision a little bit easier, or whatever it may be. I'm going to leave a link to another video here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.